Hey everybody, it's Modern Day Nana. All right, we are going to do some window treatments basically for, I've got three just like regular sized windows in the kitchen, and I wanted to do something that hangs down that I can put maybe some ornaments or some pine cones or something on to bring in our nature theme into our kitchen. So what I did was I ran to the store and got 3 curtain rods. Now there are different ways to do this, certainly. First of all, I thought, oh, I'll just get a stick and I'll put some hooks up on either side of the window frame and, put my stick on there. But then I thought, then you got to put all those hooks in and stuff. So I just went and bought 3 tension rods at Walmart, pretty cheap. And of course, get for your size of window. And it doesn't have to be anything, I don't feel like super strong, although what I went ahead and did, because I didn't really want to see the rod after I got my things on it that we're going to put on it. So I had, I think it was in a previous video anyway, and different previous videos, I had gotten this and used. I use it all the time. I love it. It's this sheet moss that comes in a roll, and it's like long enough to use as a table runner, but it's great for projects. I got mine at Walmart, just there where the different mosses are. So, or you could leave it and not worry about it if you wanted to do the tension rods, or you could, paint it, wrap it in yarn, whatever, all kinds of things. I just happen to have this sitting here, so I thought I'd go ahead and use it. Now this one, you can see I didn't get it wide enough, so I could probably glue it down a little bit better, but so you can see some of the tension rod, but we're not going to see that. I just wanted basically the bulk of it covered. So that's what I did with this one. Like I said, I have the 3 windows. So let's go ahead and I'll just show you. I had to cut it because this is the length of it. So I had to cut another little piece, but I'm just going to, now, make sure if you're going to cover it that you put it up to your window and see here where you can turn it to make it the right size so it'll fit where you want it, right? And be the right width. So do that if you're going to cover it, because then you might be stuck with a problem. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue down the side. Now I got this a little too wide, but it's fine. It's no biggie. It's not even straight. And I'm just going to take this side of it. Now, I didn't peel the paper off of this. I didn't feel at all like it was necessary. But the paper does come off of it. And for certain projects, you might want to do that. But for what we've got going on here, it's not going to make a difference. Okay? I just wanted to cover this so that it looked more natural when we get done. Okay, so I just put some glue on and just kind of rolled it up in there. Put glue on one edge and then put glue on the other edge, right? Just to get it on the rod. Now see, we're covering this up, so we want to make sure we have it the right width. And if you don't get every little bit covered, no biggie. I just wanted this look, instead of being like, oh yeah, okay, I can see the curtain rod underneath there. Nobody in the world would have noticed it but me. But you know how that is. You know how we are. We like what we like, right? Now I've just got some old greenery I just rummaged around, found some old pieces of greenery. So we're just going to use this. It's not even all the same kind. This has got pine cones on it from something I did last year. Now we've also got this nice eucalyptus that we can incorporate with it if we wanted to. I was just kind of trying to use this old stuff up. And then in the video I did where we made the centerpiece out of the dough bowl, I had picked pieces of this greenery that I got at the thrift store. There's a piece of yarn in it. And see, it's got like the wood, you know, the woody stems. So we're going to use this with this. I don't think we'll need the eucalyptus, but we have it if we feel like we do. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start building the project, and I'm just going to take my greenery. Like I said, this is just some ratty old greenery, but you know, if you can pick up something, I don't mean, you know, ratty and nasty or anything, but if it's just, you know, if you've got it, let's say, see, this is the wire. I don't know if you can tell, the wire's rusted because I probably had it outside on a railing or something through the winter. You know, there are things that you can do if you think, oh, that's probably not good. You know, that's not good enough to use anymore. You can use it underneath something. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, now see, we have our built-in wires. I'm just going to go ahead and take a piece of the greenery and twist it around the end, and then we could, since it's going to be like this is going to be the back side. We could just do this and take a few pieces and twist them as we go. We could twist it around, but I feel like that other is going to be so bulky in this situation that we might better just do it this way. Plus, then we'll for sure have enough. So, just every little bit, take it and take a piece and twist it onto your tension rod. See, now this way with the little tension rods, depending on your windows and if you can get a tension rod to fit, then you don't have to worry about how am I going to put it up there. Okay. So there's the base of that one. We'll go ahead and do the other two real quick. Okay, so we have our 3 rods covered with our first just kind of old, ratty, whatever you've got, greenery. I mean, if you have nice stuff, that's great too. I was just using this old ratty up. Now we're going to take, and I must have used this and cut it in pieces because it's kind of in pieces, but this is, I love this, and I think this just really works in well with our woodland theme. And I think what I'll do is go ahead and basically do what I did to get this on here. I'll take the existing greenery and I'll use it, and I will just, oh, that's about perfect size, and I'll just grab pieces and tie it in with the greenery we've got. That way we don't have to mess with glue or, you know, zip ties or anything like that. See? So that's going to secure that in. It's not, you know, a real big window, so I think in my case, probably 3 good, one on each end and one in the middle, would probably hold it just fine. And you could use whatever you wanted if you want to do this. This just happens to be what I've got, and I think like where that's kind of dangly down for now, especially, I'm just going to leave that because I think it lends to the kind of the woodland feel. Okay, so we got one. Let's go ahead and do our others. This is shaping up, you guys. This is going to be, dare I say it, because I know I do say it, so cute. But I can't help it. I love this. Look how cute this is. I know, I'm using the word cute. All the different kinds of greenery. And like I said, maybe when I used this before, this was costly. And I know I've said it plenty of times, and I'll say it plenty of more times. That's the nice thing about thrift store shopping, you guys. You can get really quality items that I personally wouldn't spend the money on otherwise at a fraction of the cost because somebody was tired of them. You know, they were done with them for whatever reason, and we know there are a million reasons to be done with stuff. And thankfully, instead of putting them in the trash, they donated them. And we can go and we can take them and use them and bring new life and new ideas to something that has got lots of life left in it. And I love that so much, you know, instead of people throwing things away. I appreciate that people take the time because we all know it can be an ordeal. And sometimes you drive around with a bag of junk in your car for 6 months. It needs to just be dropped off. But I appreciate that people do that. Okay, number 2. Now, I've got this piece left. And it is plenty with some to spare, which then we can, oh, hold on, I must have made this one kind of into a wreath or something. Yep, I did. Look, I made this one into a wreath last year. I just tied some twine on it and some zip ties, it looks like. Well, baby, we need you for a different purpose, so we're going to undo you, see? So I used it for something else in the past. Now we're going to reuse it again. And that's the thing too. You can look around, see what you've got, and a lot of times we can reuse and remake pieces that we already have the stuff for. Pull that twine off of there. Okay. I really, really love this. Okay, we're going to have to cut this. It's pretty thick here. And we can use these pieces kind of to pop around, to pull in, you know, to kind of pull in the look. All right, I'm just gonna cut some of this. I think some of it's just these little twigs that we can cut through with a little scissor. There's a wire. Okay. I think this is going to turn out really well. I hope, you know, my vision comes to fruition. Most of the time it actually does. You know, sometimes it's like, wah, wah. But most of the time, I honestly have to say, it pretty much does. And I'm happy with what, you know, what we end up with. Okay. Let me get something here on the end I can tie this with. All right, and then too, if we feel like if this is sparse, you know, if we feel like there are places in here where this is sparse, you know, a lot of this pulled off, we can just go back in, put a dab of glue on the end of it and go back in and, you know, add it back in. Because this stuff is a mess, and you know, it gets stuck on each other and pulls apart and all that jazz. So we'll just put it back together. Okay? All right. So basically that is going to be the top. And all we're going to have to do now is decide what we want to hang and what we want to use to hang it with. You know, I think going natural, we might want to just get the twine and use twine. Okay. And let me show you some options of kind of what I was thinking. And we might have to actually put it up, hang it up to hang the things on it, because to get them the right length we want them. Can you even see everything is such a mess? Okay. Let's lay the things out. I was thinking, I've got 3 of these left. I used 3 of them in that centerpiece we did in the dough bowl. I made 6 of them. And we've got all these kinds of different things, but I don't really think we need it, guys. I really don't think we need it. Okay. So we have the bark pieces, the bark balls, as I've called them. We've got this, I'm not sure, I think I just bought it last year, the year before at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if we want to hang something like that down on it. Let's just kind of put our stuff here and kind of gather our goods and see what we've got. Okay. Okay, so we've got those. I made these a while ago, and they're just ornaments that I just covered in twine. Just started at the top, finished at the bottom. Just takes a little patience. So there's that. We have some actual nice pine cones. Nice big size pine cones. Oh. I've got these really pretty glass ornaments. No, we can't get too heavy, I don't feel like. I got these on one year, you know, when the when everything at Hobby Lobby goes like 80-90% off, like every day it goes off more. Yeah, I got those and they have been really nice. I've had them for years. I don't want to get too big. We've got these, I think I just got last year. Now these are lightweight, and these, see, I don't know with the red. I'm trying to be sparse with the red. Are these called dreidels? I'm not sure. You know what I mean? The little spinny top things. I mean, they're ornaments, obviously. And they were cheap. They were like by themselves. Those might be a good option because they're lightweight. I've got, were these? I just got these this year. Oh, these were like on a twine. I use these in the fall decorating tablescapes. These have, I don't know what I did with some, I took some of the little hooks out. Oh, see? Oh, here we go. They came like that. Oh, hello. So, yeah, they were a Hobby Lobby thing. But what I'm saying is they've got the little eye hook on there. Those are cute. 1, 2, 3. We could do a couple of those on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. If we did 3 on each, so we've got that option. I might not go with the red because they are glass. They're really heavy, and that might pull down those curtain rods because they're not that, you know, they're not that sturdy. These, I think, were Walmart things, too. I've only got a couple of them, but those are cute. We could just do them on one. You don't have to do... Look, I found another mushroom. And these also were ornaments. I had these in that dough bowl we did. Oh, look. I've got these cute little shoes that are Dollar Tree. They might be cute if we did these on one and did the snow ice skates on another one. They've got the red, but I think that'd be okay. And then I wish I had another one of these. I think these were Walmart. They're just these cute little metal trees or houses. So we have stuff. And then trying to think. Oh, where's all of our bells? I feel like we have lots of bells that we could do something with. Although there are those bells here already ready for us. But look at this. We have all those bells. And I've got a bunch of these too, which are just moss balls. But, so we have options, guys. Oh, here's this green twine. But I know I've got, just trying to see, you know, if we did like a cluster of these are the ones that we did the cinnamon with. When we sprayed them. I think we did just clear. I think we did just a clear spray paint and then rolled them in cinnamon. And nothing, you know, it doesn't all have to be matchy-matchy. Here's one that's a little bigger. Here's some white ones. So here's some that are actually glittery. Those are cool. So we could do kind of like a combo and hang them. Here's these birds. We'll set them somewhere. They're really cute. Look like they've been out in the snow. Not for this, though. All right. Oh, I've got some of these somewhere, too. I've got some more of these. Not a bunch, I don't feel like. But, ooh, look at this cool big one. And that's another one. I think I just put some, like, brown paint on it. Kind of did it up with some brown paint. So we just have some miscellaneous stuff. So we could lay some things out. Okay, so if we put these on one, let's put our little birds over here. So let's set these heavy red ones aside. We might do something else with those, and we might not use them. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys, we were crazy with the paint and the ornaments this year. I haven't done anything. I think I put a few on the tree. I haven't done anything with these long ones that we just kind of put a little paint on to dull them down because they were so bright, these long ones. Too much stuff. I need a bigger house, guys. And then, of course, we have the basket of ornaments. The cinnamon ornaments, the ones we did in spray paint, and then just put some flour, or we used a variety of things. Alrighty, guys. So, I went ahead and decided on some things, and we can put them on here and see what we think. And there again, this can be just whatever you want to hang on here. I'm really trying to go for the woodland theme, so I think I'll start in the middle. Now what I did here, I just had a couple things of yarn. One was a thrifted green that's kind of like that chenille. Can't find it at the moment, but it's what I made these. The bigger ornaments, I went ahead and did like just a chain stitch, a crochet chain stitch. I use this. I am pretty positive I got this at the Dollar Tree. I've had it a while. So I just, because I didn't think I'd have enough of the chenille, I just did a, put them together and did a chain stitch. So it'd make it a little heavier looking. Okay, so I did that on some of them. And on others, I just used a piece of yarn. I like the dark green. It kind of reminded me of the forest. I thought about twine, but then decided against it. Oh, here it is. So that's nice. So then that ended up going good together. Okay, so I had a bunch of these little antlers. I think I got them at Walmart a couple years ago. They're just little, like they're rubber. And so I went ahead and pulled the twine it had on and put some yarn in, and basically did that with all the stuff. I think we'll go ahead and start in the middle. Oh, I didn't show you guys either. I'm sure if you watch YouTube, you've seen a million people do it, but I just did some orange slices in the oven. And I want to say I cut them, dabbed them off a little bit with a paper towel. I just put them on parchment paper and put them in there on 200. I'm going to say all day, and then left them in there, and actually just turned the oven off and left them in there a couple of days. Some of them I feel like got a little too toasty. I like that one a lot. But we're going to put some orange slices on it too. Okay, so let's start in the middle. Now, I just decided like how long, you know, and that'll depend on your window and what you want to do as far as like if you want things underneath it, sitting on the ledge, you know, so you just determine how long you want each of your pieces that you're going to hang up. And I just left a tail, but I put a knot basically where I thought I'd want it. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to stick mine back here on the actual rod. So, you know, I'm just going to guesstimate here, but I'm just going to stick one of the yarn pieces. Oh, it must have a twist tie here. On one side, and the other piece on the other side of the rod. And I am just going to kind of go to where I knotted it. There where I did the braid. Well, it's not a braid, it's just a single crochet. And I'm going to knot it. You know, I'd knot it 2 or 3 times depending on how heavy your ornament is. Nothing here is very, very heavy. And then I'm going to leave a little tail just because you're not going to see it all mixed up in the green. Okay? And so we'll have our first ornament hung on it. And then this is going to be nice because we can just put this right up into our window. All right, so then we just need to determine, and that's totally up to you. I'm going to kind of do like a bauble, and then like something hanging, and then, you know what I mean? But you arrange it however, oops, sorry. You arrange it however you like it. And I'm not sure if I'll do the same thing. Now, see, I want to stagger these a little bit so they're not both exactly even. There again, I think that looks better. But, you know, it's just personal taste. And then that way, too, because we don't have a super long thing, so we can stagger the lengths, right? So just decide where you want, you know, what you want shorter and what you want longer, and kind of go from there. This is pretty long already, I feel like, so I think I'm going to just maybe make this a little shorter. Okay. And of course, I'm not measuring or anything, so just put them up in here, and you can turn it over and tie a knot and then trim off some of the excess yarn anyway. And these can be done with, you know, super pretty baubles, really anything you like. I just want this to be more earthy. more earthy feeling. Okay. And I think this will work really well, you guys, especially if you don't put anything too heavy, because then you might run into it, you know, pulling it down. Okay, so we got a couple of things. Oh, and I don't know where the bag is, but I'd gotten these over the summer at these pretty gold feathers at the thrift store. They were just in a baggie. Very pretty. I think I showed them to you in a haul. So I just wrapped the yarn around the end of the feather. I don't think you're going to be able to keep these from getting twisted, so I'm not going to worry about it. And just decide where you want them. I think I want mine a little longer. Now I went ahead and put a knot. I'll show you on another piece. I put a knot at the end here. To make it a little easier on myself, but you can just guesstimate it if you want to. I love this chenille yarn. Okay, just going to cut some of these tails off. Okay. And you know, oops, sorry. You could adjust it if it's just something like that you're like, oh, but I kind of eyed it and I tied a knot. I think I'm going to have to scoot this in a little bit. We're not going to have room for everything. Okay, here were these ornaments I covered with bark. I feel like that's maybe going to be a little too long. Let's make this a little shorter. I just tied this in a knot, this chain stitch in a knot when I was done. Maybe. Really don't want it that long. Because, you know, if you're doing a chain stitch, if you're crocheting, you got to tie a knot in the end when you're done. I can't get these knots out. I think I'm just going to wrap this around to get it where I want it. However you can get it up there. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, and then we've got these mushrooms. And some of them still had the little eye hook on them. The ones that didn't, had gotten these at Hobby Lobby. Some of them still had the little eye hook. The ones that didn't, I just tied a knot and hot glued it. hot glued the knot down. Okay. And I want the mushrooms to hang down a bit past. Yeah. So see what I did was I guesstimated and I tied a knot where I thought I would want it to hit up here, and then that way it can butt up next to the rod, and then you can just tie it and you kind of have a guide. Yeah, I think that'll hit about right. Okay, what else have we got? We've got a pine cone, and these are just ones I picked up and stuff, or came on something, or whatever. I do have a few trees in the yard. They have those kind of long skinny pine cones on them. Honestly, who knew there were so many different kinds of pine cones? But there are. I think they're all called pine cones. Off different types of trees, different varieties. I don't know my trees that well, but okay. And then we've got some oranges, and we've got these that I thought would be nice on the end. Why don't I go ahead and put these on the end, and then we can situate the oranges between those and the pine cones. This is a nice way of doing this. And if you wanted to pull this apart after the season, you could use them for something else. I'm not sure what I'll do. Might keep them like this and see how I feel, next year about it. Okay, so we got that there, this here. So let's just put our oranges kind of in the middle. And they smell good. And I've also got some orange essential oil. So you could always put a few drops of that on them if they start, the smell starts fading. Or you could put a few drops on anyway, or any of the oils. I've got some cinnamon oil too. I thought would be good to put on some pine cones, or even those ones that we, those ornaments we covered in cinnamon. Oh, I really like that, you guys. You probably can't get the whole picture. Let's get it hung up in a window so we can see it. Okay guys, I got it hung up in the window. So I've got 3 windows this size. There's that little deer that I got from the Dollar Tree. I think they were, no, they were $3. It still has the tag on the front of it. Um, they had different ones, but I thought that little deer was so cute and retro. But anyway, so I'm going to get the rest of those done, and I'll probably do just a little thing of the fairy lights up on the top. I think that'll really make it pop at night. But that is the gist of it. I put one more little cinnamon ornament up there in the left hand. It just looked like it needed a little something extra, but you know, just do whatever you want. I think this is achieving my kind of woodland look, so I'm happy with it. And I will see you guys real soon with another video. Okay, it's a Modern Day Nana. Like and subscribe.